Most people never realize they're still stuck in the identity of a seeker, someone always trying, wanting, or learning how to manifest. But true manifestation mastery requires a total leap in perception, where you no longer see your desire as something separate from you. Let's call this the creator state. The creator doesn't ask, "How do I get it?" The creator asks, "Who am I now that it's already done?" This shift collapses the energetic gap between you and the outcome. Because here's the truth. As long as you're chasing your manifestation, you're confirming its absence. Wanting by design is a signal of lack. But knowing, feeling that it already belongs to you, is the language of reality bending. So how do you move from seeker to creator? First, pattern recognition. Catch the moments when you say things like, "I hope this works." "I'm trying to align with it." "I need the universe to." These are clues you're still operating from separation. Now interrupt that pattern. Don't resist it. Just name it and reframe. Instead of "I hope," say, "I allow." Instead of "I'm trying," say, "I'm remembering." Instead of "I need," say, "It's done." These small linguistic shifts reinforce a new identity. You are no longer the one who waits. You are the one who allows. In this creator state, everything changes. The way you feel, walk, breathe, and notice. You begin to respond to life as if it already belongs to you, and life has no choice but to catch up. When most people try to manifest, they align mentally but remain misaligned physically and emotionally. They think abundant thoughts but breathe in fear. They visualize success but fidget with worry. They say, "I am worthy," but their body still holds the tension of doubt. This is called frequency fracture, and it's the reason intentions often fizzle. To reach true manifestation mastery, you must engage in full spectrum alignment. Cognitive clarity, your thoughts. Emotional congruence, your feelings. Physiological coherence, your body state. Energetic calibration, your presence. Let's break this down. Cognitive clarity begins with releasing mental clutter. Practice cognitive load management by simplifying your desires. The subconscious thrives on simplicity. If your vision is buried under overthinking, the signal is diluted. Instead of 12 affirmations, try one powerful statement. It is already mine, and I am at peace. Emotional congruence requires honesty. If you're forcing emotions that don't feel real, your body knows. So rather than fake confidence, breathe into curiosity. What would it feel like to let it in now? This question bypasses resistance and invites the nervous system to shift gradually, rather than abruptly. Physiological coherence is your body language. When you embody the result, posture, breath, gaze, your nervous system begins to believe. Walk slower. Relax your shoulders. Speak with grounded certainty. You're training your biology to believe what the mind knows. And finally, energetic calibration. This is where identity meets vibration. Stand in silence and ask yourself, if I were already living it, how would I enter this room? Then do it. These 4 layers form a unified magnetic field around you, what neuroscience calls entrainment. The world syncs with your frequency only when all parts of you agree. No more faking, no more hoping. You're now broadcasting alignment, fully. The quantum mirror, how reality reflects who you've already become. What if everything you see out there is actually a perfect mirror of who you've been being? Not what you want, not what you wish for, but the identity you've been broadcasting, silently, emotionally, and energetically. Here's the mind-bending truth. Reality doesn't respond to your desires. It responds to your self-concept. This is what quantum thinkers and ancient mystics agree on. Your outer world is a delayed reflection of your inner embodiment. If your identity is still, "I'm trying to become successful," the quantum field reflects situations that keep you trying. If your dominant emotional state is, "I hope they see my worth," you'll attract scenarios where your worth is questioned. So the loop continues. Here's where the psychological principle of pattern recognition becomes crucial. Scan your current environment. Ask, what keeps repeating? What emotional themes show up again and again? What kind of people or outcomes orbit around me? These aren't coincidences. They are evidence of who you're being on a subconscious level. Now, introduce strategic tension. Picture your dream life in vivid detail, the relationships, the space, the feeling of being that version of you. Hold that image for a few seconds and ask, what's the difference between that me and this me? Feel the gap. Don't avoid it. This is where transformation begins. Then release the tension with powerful identity reinforcement. If it's visible in my imagination, it's possible in my field. The future me is not far away. It's a frequency I can step into now. You collapse the time gap by behaving as if you've already received. Not in delusion, but in decision. Not pretending, but pre-aligning. The mirror doesn't respond to begging. It responds to being. So choose your next move, not based on where you are, but who you now claim to be. By now, you've glimpsed the power of living as if, but what truly seals your manifestation isn't just a moment of belief. It's a locked-in identity. One your mind, body, and energy agree on. So deeply, the universe has no choice but to respond. Think of identity as the code you're broadcasting to life. Every choice you make is a line in that code. What you say yes to, what you scroll past, what you tolerate, what you expect, not just hope for. Here's where most people fail. They dabble in new identities. They visualize for 5 minutes, then emotionally collapse back into the old self the moment doubt knocks. That's identity drift, and it resets your manifestation field. Instead, you need what psychology calls identity reinforcement mechanisms. These are systems, small, repeatable signals. Keep your self-concept stable until reality bends. For example, set reminders on your phone that say, "Speak like your future self." Change your passwords to mantras like "Already Mine 2025." Create decision filters. Before you act, ask, would the version of me who already has it choose this? These seem small, but they add up, because your brain is pattern-driven. Every repetition wires in confidence. Every aligned action creates psychological ownership. And the magic moment? It's when you no longer hope your manifestation is coming. You expect it. You breathe it. You feel bored by your old identity. This is the embodiment paradox. You no longer chase it, because you are it. That's when life catches up, sometimes in strange quantum leaps. So don't aim to believe harder. Aim to be more consistently. Stability of identity is the new magnetic field. This is the moment where desire dissolves and knowing takes over. True manifestation doesn't end with getting something. It ends when you flip reality, when what once felt like a distant dream becomes your emotional baseline. Not a miracle, not a surprise, just your new normal. This flip happens when your inner state becomes so steady, so certain, so emotionally integrated, that your outer world simply aligns without resistance. Let's unpack how to do it permanently. First, release the scoreboard. Don't keep checking if it's working. When you plant a seed, you don't dig it up every hour to see if it's growing. You trust the soil. Your energy is the soil. Your repetition is the watering. Your surrender is the sunlight. Next, manage your cognitive load with precision. The final trap many fall into is mental exhaustion. They think too much about how, when, why, which overloads the subconscious and fractures alignment. Instead, Simplify to amplify. Pick one symbol of your future, a number, a feeling, a scene, and anchor to it daily. Make it your emotional home. Then comes the boldest move of all. Let go of needing proof. You are no longer manifesting towards something. You are manifesting from it. This is where emotional continuity matters. Remind yourself. This calm I feel is the signal that it's done. This ease I walk with is proof I'm already there. Now the final piece. Gratitude forward. A practice used by spiritual mystics and modern psychologists alike. Every morning say, "Thank you for what's already mine." Even if it hasn't arrived yet physically, you're thanking it as the version of you who already lives it. And that energy cannot be denied. It locks in the shift. You flipped reality. You're no longer the person who wants. You're the person who remembers. And what you remember becomes real. You didn't come here to chase. You came to remember. And now, you have. If this series has stirred something deep inside you, don't let it fade. Anchor it. Live it. Share this episode with someone who's ready to rise with you. Subscribe if you're claiming your next level, because from this point forward, we manifest from the inside out as one magnetic mind. Drop a comment below. It's already mine. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because your new reality is just getting started.